for the first time ever, we have a very clear picture of the 10 to 19-year-olds. And we know now that there are 2 million 10 to 19-year-olds living with HIV in the world. We know the countries that they're in, and we have a much better idea of their prevalence levels.
Those are some of the STIs that we have. Though we have so many of them. We have several.
For me, it's absolutely a shocking figure. It's a frustrating figure. We want to take these numbers down. We're doing everything we can. We've been working at it, some of us for many years. We've been fighting HIV for 30 years. We've been in the midst of the epidemic now for 30 years. One person becoming infected a day is a tragedy. It should never happen. We have the means now. We know the strategies. We know what works. We know how to prevent this from happening. And we need to communicate it to young people, and we need to get these numbers down.
About girls, have to concentrate on your studies. That hey.
We have this list of 20 countries who have the largest number of adolescents living with HIV. This is very interesting because we, of course, have the usual suspects. We have East and Southern Africa, where we know the epidemic is quite high and has affected many people. We have countries in that list that are from West and Central Africa, but there's also a few surprises. There's India, which appears in the top 20, and there's the United States of America. And this is sending maybe a message out to a lot of people also that this is not necessarily a faraway problem, and this epidemic has touched a lot of people around the world, including here in the US.
I'm just telling her I'm sick. When I go to the VCT.
Any question on this, on modes of transmission?
We have learned about
among the 5 million young people, 15 to 24, living with HIV in the world, 60% are young women. And when you apply that to Africa, the number goes to 72%. So it's very, very much a problem for young women, and it's very much an African problem also if you look at the data that's coming out. Young women are biologically more vulnerable, and the gender inequality, of course, plays a large role.